For all the cat lovers out there, don't we just find these creatures fascinating? Spread all over the world for thousands of years, strange and creepy myths about cats still exist today. In our top 10 list, we'll be debunking these myths, so just sit back and relax and don't forget to cuddle up with your cat. Before we start the list, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on our new videos. Number 1. A black cat is a bad omen or a sign of good fortune. You must have heard this before. Millions of people believe that a black cat will bring you misfortune or even death. Because of this terrible reputation, black cats don't get adopted as often as other cats. We don't know the exact origin of this myth, but what we do know is that it dates back to ancient Greece. Think about it. In ancient Greece, people believed in countless deities. You can't exactly take their word for believing that black cats represent evil. To be honest, the Greeks were pretty bonkers back then. Let's tell you about this outrageous myth in Greek mythology. It goes like this. Hera, the wife of Zeus, becomes vengeful and transforms her servant, Galinthius, into a black cat. And what was Hera's reason? Galinthius is punished for impeding the birth of Hercules. Galinthius went on to become an assistant to Hecate, the goddess of witchcraft, and black cats have had unique meanings in various cultures ever since. If you think about it, the way that a black cat often moves could be interpreted as sly or suspicious. To be fair, who has had a black cat cross their paths and is still alive and well? Me. In Japan, black cats are considered a sign of good luck. They're also thought to help single women find suitors. In Scotland, it's lucky for a strange black cat to arrive at your doorstep. Let's debunk this superstition. All of it is untrue. A black cat is just a cat with black hair, period. As it happens, proud black cat owners celebrate Black Cat Appreciation Day on the 17th of August every year. Why don't you join them? Number 2. Cats stay up all night. It's widely assumed that cats are nocturnal. They are instinctively crepuscular, which means that they're most active between dawn and dusk. This is mainly for hunting purposes. Cats often sleep when the house is quiet, not necessarily at night. In fact, they become more active when people arrive at home. They may sleep at night, but will often still wake at least a couple of times. The truth is that cats sleep an average of 15 hours per day. Some sleep up to 20 hours per day. In other words, no, they don't stay up all night. If your cats are waking you up at night, give them a warm bed, using toys to entice curiosity during the day, and playing with them yourself in the evening before you go to bed. Number 3. Cats only purr when they're happy. Doesn't it just warm your heart when you hear your cat purr? Sure, cats are often happy when they rub against you or purr when you stroke them, but the truth is that they purr for several reasons. One reason is that cats also purr to comfort their young. Another reason for purring is when they're frightened or feeling unwell or in pain to provide comfort to themselves. Cats are not machines. But here's a bit of science if you're interested in that kind of thing. A cat's purr begins in its brain. It then sends a message to the muscles in its voice box, which twitch and cause the vocal cords to separate when the cat inhales and exhales, producing the purring sound. So, debunking this myth, the truth is yes and no. They purr when they're happy and for other reasons as well. Myth number 4. Black cats are witches. The truth is that the person who started this illogical fantasy was either drunk or his imagination simply ran away with him. Early immigrants in America believed that black cats were witches in disguise. Disguised as cats, these witches would perform their evil spells on innocent people. That's to say, if these people were in fact innocent. The myth surrounding a witch being able to transform into a cat goes deeper. People believe that a witch can transform up to 9 times, hence cats having 9 lives. The truth is that cats are not witches. Don't believe everything everyone says. The main proof that they're not witches is that witches don't cuddle. Number 5. Cats like to drink cow's milk. How many times on TV have we seen people giving some milk to a stray cat? If cats are fed a balanced diet, they get all the nutrients they need that way. Despite popular belief, cats do not need milk. Milk's not good for them. It can upset their tummies, especially if they're not used to it. This is because once weaned, many cats become lactose intolerant as they lose the ability to produce the enzyme needed to properly digest it. However, if they had cow's milk regularly all their life, then they do retain a reasonable ability to digest it in most cases. Should you want to give your cat milk, it may be best to purchase a lactose-free equivalent. Although bear in mind that any milk will contain calories and may lead them to put on weight. Kittens must drink milk to survive, but only their mother's milk or specially tailored formula milk purchased from a vet. Number 6. Cats were responsible for the plague. humans tend to blame others, either humans or animals. In this case, they chose cats as the scapegoat. During the Middle Ages, millions were dying from the Black Plague. They blamed the cats, claiming that they were in league with witches, warlocks, and ultimately the devil. Let's debunk another silly myth like this. The true culprit of the plague was not cats. The guilty party is the type of flea that lived on rats. So it wasn't some cat devil who did it. It was fleas and rats. If only they knew back then instead of wiping out every cat they saw. Idiots. What's even worse is that the cat population was diminishing, which means that the rat population was thriving. In conclusion, the Black Death spread even faster because they killed the cats, thinking that they were the culprit. Wrong. Number 7. Cats always land on their feet. There is truth to this myth. Cats have what is called a righting reflex. Most of the time when a cat falls from any height, it lands on its feet. But it's more than likely that the myth has developed over time due to the cat's ability to get themselves out of sticky situations with their super agility and dexterity. The righting reflex allows them to turn around very quickly. They also have very flexible backbones which help them in doing this. That doesn't necessarily mean that they won't be injured. Every year, hundreds of cats end up in the hospital because of falling from a great height. Some make a recovery, but devastatingly, lots do not make it. And some of those who don't succumb to their injuries do suffer life-changing damage that can be expensive to treat for owners without pet insurance, and tragic for the rest of us. Rather than testing the theory, it's wise to keep your windows closed. If it gets too hot during the summer months, put mesh on your windows and balconies. Number 8. Cats hate water. Many of you must agree that bathing a cat isn't the easiest of tasks. You're lucky if you've survived the ordeal without any scratches. Scientists say that cats don't like water because it takes longer for their coats to dry. That leaves them feeling pretty uncomfortable and cold. The weight of the water is also likely to weigh the usual agile animal down, which means they can escape perceived danger as quickly. If you do not need to bath your cat for medical reasons, use a little bit of positive encouragement such as a favorite treat while gently introducing them to the water. Some people spray water at cats in an attempt to get them to stop doing something. Imagine how you feel if someone suddenly poured syrup all over you because you did something a bit wrong. How would that make you feel? In the end, the myth is correct. Cats hate water. Number 9. Cats can see in total darkness. Cats are unable to see in total darkness any more than humans can, but they're much better adapted than us to seeing in low levels of light. Their eyes let in far more light than ours for several reasons. The corneas in a cat's eyes are much thinner than in humans, and their irises, the beautiful colored part of their eyes, open far wider, both which allow more light to enter. The retinas in the back of the cat's eyes also have more rods, which are responsible for magnifying light and pulses. Like many animals, cats also have a highly developed reflective area in the back of their eyes. This is what makes them glow at night when caught in our headlights. So the myth is busted as untrue. Cats don't have complete night vision. Last on our list at number 10. Cats have 9 lives. We've all heard this one before. Cats have 9 lives. So where does this saying come from? Nobody knows the true origin of this myth exactly, but there are some possibilities. From William Shakespeare to ancient Egypt. In ancient Egypt, cats were treated as sacred animals and were worshipped as divine creatures with psychic or supernatural powers. So some think the myth could have originated there as it fits in with their view of cats. In Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, Mercutio says, "King of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives." Meanwhile, an old proverb of unknown origin claims a cat has 9 lives. For 3 he plays, for 3 he strays, and for the last 3 he stays. Over time, cats have survived falls from great heights and even earthquakes, so it's not surprising they have earned the right to have 9 lives, being so cuddly and magical. The truth is though, like the rest of us, cats only have 1 life. I know, sad, but it's true. So take care of them. Thanks for watching our video, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you want to see similar videos. Like the video and leave us a comment.